Welcome back, coders. So here we are with our school schedule program. If we pick a day of the week, it tells us what time crew is on that day. We want to add to it. We want to add a block. So now we're just asking for the day of the week, but let's make it so that we could put in a block. Which class? So we've got block 1/4. Block 2/5. We'll just do these three. Block 2/5 and block 3/6. And let's add crew to this. So we've already got crew working. We can mess with this label to make it a little bit bigger. How do we do that? We need to go to the font. Make it 24. We'll make it a little bit wider. 260. X position will be 30. Okay, good enough. So now we want to make it so that we can pick the day of the week, but we can also pick which block, which part of the school day we're talking about. Are we talking about block 1, 2, 3, crew? What are we talking about? So the way we do that is we do a nested if statement. So when we click the drop-down, we need to get the text from drop-down 1. Now we also need to get from drop-down 2. But instead of calling it day, this is going to be block. And I don't think I've ever shown you this, but you can just list variables right here to declare them. So we've declared a variable called block, and now block is going to be get text from drop-down 2. Make sense? And now how are we going to handle that? So if the day is Monday, inside of our if statement for Monday, instead of just setting the message to crew is from 9:50 to 10:20, we have to do another if statement. We're going to do a nested if statement. So if block is the same as block 1/4, then we need to say our message to say that the block 1/4 is from 8:20 to 9:45. So totally different message, right? And then else if the block is the same as block 2/5, then we need to say that the message is equal to block 2/5 is from 10:25 to 11:50. 10:25 to 11:50. Okay, and then the same thing. Let's just get smart and let's just copy this. Copy this, and else if the block is 3/6, then block 3/6 is from 125 to 250. So 125 to 250. And then finally, if it's not block 1, 4, 2, 5, or 3, 6, then we must be talking about crew. But let's put that in another else if block is the same as crew, then let's do this message that we already have written here. So notice what we just did. We just made a complete if statement inside this other if statement. So this outer if statement for Monday, the if statement begins here with that opening curly bracket, and it ends all the way down here on line 16 with that closing curly bracket. And inside of that if statement is a complete other if statement. Starts with this if, has this opening curly, closing curly, then the else if has this opening and closing, this else if has this opening and closing, and finally this opening and closing. So it's inside of that is a complete if statement all its own, and it looks like we're getting a warning of a missing semicolon. And so now that's how you would handle that. So now if we run it and we click block 3, and just the way I have it set up, you have to click the block first, and then you click the day, and it's only going to work for Monday, and it's going to say block 3 6 is from 125 to 250. And then so you did all of that for Monday. Now you'd have to do the same thing for Tuesday. And the smart thing to do would be to just make some space, come in here, and copy the whole thing, because a lot of it's going to be the same. Copy the whole thing, and then go in and just change the details you have to change. So if the day is Tuesday, block 1-4 is from 9:20 to 9:40, 8:20 to 9:45, so it's the same. Block 2-5 is 10:35 to 12, so you're just having to change a few things here. So use copy paste to make your life easier. And then this block 3 6 is the same, and crew's a little bit different. Crew goes to 9 to 10:30. And then you could just copy paste and change Wednesday around. But the key term here is nested if statements. That's an if statement inside an if statement. And the same rules apply, and that's how it's done. Okay, thanks coders. Good luck.